Welcome to Lesson 1 in Unit 22, Using Our Resources Wisely. In this lesson, students will work to answer the question, what are Earth's systems? In this lesson, students are introduced to the anchoring problem. They identify different natural objects and determine which system of Earth they are a part of. Students figure out that Earth's systems can be classified into 4 spheres: the hydrosphere, the atmosphere, the geosphere, and the biosphere. Students make connections to the storyline by creating a community model and identifying Earth's systems in the model. There are several opportunities for ELA and social studies cross-curricular connections throughout the lesson. You can look for specific standard connections in the Unit 22 Teacher Guide. This lesson will take approximately 3 to 4 days to complete. You'll begin the unit and the Lesson 1 Engage by introducing students to the anchoring problem. You'll show students a video of humans in various communities using resources that impact Earth's systems. Be sure to see the noted opportunity to attend to equity. Students will find the anchoring problem more compelling if they can connect to it personally. If you want to change the problem for your context, keep the following questions in mind. Is it going to be relevant to my students' lives and/or particularly engaging to them? And is it going to motivate students to want to explain our use of natural resources, how Earth's systems interact, energy consumption, and how humans interact with our environment? You'll ask students what they notice and what they wonder about the video. You'll then have students record initial questions based on their observations on Post-it notes, writing 1 question per Post-it. Once students have their questions, you will guide them in creating categories for their questions on the driving question board using the steps provided in the Teacher Guide. Do not answer questions at this time or correct student thinking. They will explore their questions and the anchoring problem throughout the unit. Here are some examples of driving question boards from other K-5 units. They depict student questions in categories, some along with a drawn model from the unit. Some driving question boards are simple lists of questions or groups of sticky notes posted on chart paper. Teachers and students can manipulate and move around questions and label categories together. For the Explore portion, you'll tell students that before they can figure out how communities can use resources responsibly, we need to learn more about the Earth. You'll ask about how they might learn the different things we find on Earth. You'll take students outside for the nature walk and have them work in small groups to identify natural parts of the environment. You'll have students use the parts of our schoolyard student journal page to take notes as they identify different things they find on the nature walk. For the Explain portion, you'll have students share the resources they identified. You'll use the provided questions to guide your discussion around the question, what are Earth's systems? The goal of this class discussion is to identify resources and sort them into categories, defining the different spheres of the Earth. You'll use the discussion to create the Lesson 1 summary chart. By the end of the discussion, students should understand that Earth is made up of 4 systems: the geosphere, biosphere, atmosphere, and hydrosphere. During the discussion, you'll have students read the MySci reading, Earth's Systems. Students can read with a partner or a group to obtain information about Earth's systems. You can also post the geosphere, biosphere, atmosphere, and hydrosphere vocabulary cards. You'll have students categorize their observations from the resource Nature Walk into spheres on the Systems in Our Schoolyard student journal page. They may write or draw their observations. To begin the Elaborate portion, you'll re-watch the video from the Engage. You'll tell students that they want to think about their community as a part of the Earth, and they are going to create a model of a local city or farm. You'll let students know that they can choose to draw their own models, or they can decide as a class what everyone will be developing a model of. You'll ask how they can develop a model to show the components of a city or farm and the connection to the systems on Earth, and what they have learned about so far that they might want to include in their models. You'll work with students to develop a Gotta Have It checklist to define what they need to show in their models. You'll have students discuss with a partner, then develop their own individual models on the Community Model Student Journal page. Students should use the checklist to complete their models. For the Evaluate, you'll have students complete the Earth Systems Quick Check Student Journal page. To support student sense-making across the unit, you'll orient them back to the driving question board. You'll ask, what did we learn about Earth's systems? And what additional questions do you have now? By the end of this lesson, students will have developed a model to show the systems of Earth. In the next lesson, students will consider how the different spheres of the Earth interact. For more information about this unit, visit myscipartners.com.